They came from the frozen north, fearless warriors, expert sailors, and ruthless raiders. For over 300 years, the Vikings struck fear into the hearts of Europe, conquering lands, battling kings, and carving out their own legacy. But how did they rise, and what led to their downfall? This is the untold story of the Vikings. The Vikings were Norse warriors, traders, and explorers from Scandinavia, what we now call Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. From the late 8th to the 11th century, they sailed the seas, raided villages, and built powerful kingdoms. But they weren't just brutal raiders. The Vikings were also skilled blacksmiths, shipbuilders, and traders who explored lands far beyond Europe, even reaching North America long before Columbus. Where's the gold, priest? Tell me or you die!
I don't know, please spare me. Worthless trinkets. Where is the real treasure?
Hurry, we sail with the tide.
The Viking Age officially began in 793 AD, when Norse warriors launched a shocking raid on the monastery of Lindisfarne, England. It was a brutal attack. Churches burned, gold stolen, monks slaughtered. The message was clear. The Vikings had arrived. From there, Viking raiders and warlords spread like wildfire, pillaging towns in Britain, Ireland, and France. No kingdom was safe. But the Vikings weren't just raiders, they were conquerors. In 865 AD, the Great Heathen Army, a massive force of Viking warriors, invaded England, capturing entire kingdoms and striking fear into the Saxons.
For Wessex, for England, we will not yield.
But one man stood in their way, King Alfred the Great of Wessex. After years of bloody battles, he finally defeated the Vikings in 878 AD at the Battle of Edington. He forced them to make peace and settle in Danelaw, a Viking-controlled territory in England. The Vikings didn't stop in England. In 885 AD, they launched a massive siege on Paris, demanding gold and land.
Your Majesty, they are demanding a king's ransom. We cannot possibly meet their demands. Paris will be bankrupt. Then what choice do we have? We pay them. Now.
The French king paid them off, but the Vikings would return, more powerful than ever.
I swear fealty to you, King Charles.
I grant you this land, Rollo. Let it be known as Normandy.
In 911 AD, a Viking warlord named Rollo was granted land in France, later known as Normandy. His descendants, the Normans, would change history forever.
This land, we shall call it Vinland.
Meanwhile, the Vikings were also explorers. Around the year 1000 AD, Leif Erikson, son of Eric the Red, became the first European to reach North America, landing in Vinland, modern-day Canada, nearly 500 years before Columbus.
Brothers, cast aside your false gods. Embrace the one true God, the God of love and forgiveness.
But by the 11th century,
what good is
the Viking
forgiveness
Age
when
was
your
coming
enemies
to an
are at
end.
your door? Odin rewards strength, not weakness. Strength comes from faith, from knowing that God is with you always. He offers eternal life, a paradise far greater than Valhalla.
Tell me, priest, does your God grant victory in battle? Does he fill our longships with gold?
He offers something far more precious, salvation.
Salvation, and what must we give in return?
Only your faith and the renunciation of your old ways.
Christianity spread across Scandinavia, replacing the Old Norse gods. Stronger European kingdoms built powerful armies to resist Viking invasions. The Normans, descendants of Vikings, became rulers themselves, no longer raiding but building empires.
For Odin, for Valhalla, Harold, we are lost. So this is how it ends.
The final blow came in 1066 AD, when the last great Viking king, Harald Hardrada, invaded England but was defeated at the Battle of Stamford Bridge. It was the end of the Viking Age. The Vikings may have vanished, but their impact is everywhere. Their warriors shaped European history. Their explorers reached America before Columbus. Their descendants, the Normans, conquered England in 1066. Even our modern English language has Viking words. Today, their legend lives on in books, movies, and TV shows. But make no mistake, the real Vikings were even more fearsome, daring, and legendary than anything Hollywood could imagine. The Vikings were warriors, explorers, conquerors, and traders. The Vikings were warriors, explorers, conquerors, and traders. They changed the world forever. But what do you think? Who was the greatest Viking of all time? Let us know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more epic history stories.